Okay, Coach, so the folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Set, ready? Stick the oar.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Bravo.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Yep.
And we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball.
Throwing on second down. Lock. And that's going to be incomplete.
Lock pass. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's third down and 10 yards to go.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Cheetah. Roll out. Back.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Good. 180.
I'm here all day.
Now a first carry for Daniel Pumphrey. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 4-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And again this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, alert.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This one caught by Isabella. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out.
Point it right.
45, Mike, 45.
Hey, Charlie.
45.
First down, Mayfield. That ball complete to Isabella.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like
yeah,
that?
yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, can I have that dagger play? Can I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
180!
On 3rd down, Jefferson. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mayfield to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Check 24. Check 24.
Hurry, hurry!
34. Mike, 34. Ball, defense, ball.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 8 lead.
Defense, let's go. Check 52.
Recon, 132 fighter. 55. Hey, Zoo. 55. Snap.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He's going to launch this thing. They've got his man complete. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower. get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Mayfield now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Regular. Watch QB draw. Hey, exit. Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 39.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
180! Point it right. Fixed on travel.
Mayfield looks to throw. Able to find Isabella. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Locke. Screen pass to Lindsey. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Ready? 50, plant. Come on, baby. 61, matchbox, light, fun.
Goodwin able to haul it in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He had his eyes on 200 yards last week, earned him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he was really, really good. Fun to watch back in tape with you.
It was fun to watch, wasn't it? He's trying to have the same type of a game in this one. But what was fun watching was how he read the defense. No matter what they presented, he had an answer for it, and that's why he was open during that game.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Pilot, 64, weak.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Ready.
On third down, here's Lindsey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
55, Mike, 55.
Hey, Sam off. Hey, Alpha.
Here we go on 4th down with Locke. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Come on, set. 18, Gator.
Blue down.
Go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Alert, 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 alert.
On second and 9, Mayfield. That's Isabella open on the right side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
General West.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Push him back.
King.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike.
Hurry.
Mayfield on first down. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point from McManus is good. And we've got a tie game here, a back and this one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken short.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Mayfield now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success. How about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Clock now to throw. Gets it to Gordon. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From midfield, here's Locke. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And he's got room. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Locke. Deep ball for Goodwin. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. But now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Yep. 22's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 22. Mike 22.
second. Hey, high 7, 9.
On 3rd and long, it's locked. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Come get some.
Real. Come on here. Hey!
He don't want it.
I got you.
Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. McManus's point after is good. And we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21-all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. The run on 1st down gets them a couple up to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Run. Bravo. Hurry. Mike, 34. Go. Watch.
Mayfield down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. 15 line. Set. Shoot. Look at me. Go. Hit it.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And an alley to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Guys had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On second down now, it's Lindsey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Let's make these babies cry.
Go!
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Check 55 to mine. Check 55 to mine. What we got? What we got?
Hey, Charlie. Gotta go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Block. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
Let's go.
3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Block now. 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he'll take this one down near the 15. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Lock to throw on 2nd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. There he goes, left side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So that is 2 pick sixes he's thrown in this football game. Now, you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we had thrown those pick sixes, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means going in and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Man open, it's Goodwin. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Tight end Fant. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. Lock now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Look at me.
Throwing on first down is Lock. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Hey, exit.
Mike 22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mike. Coming. Mike 22. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Hey, Alpha. Go.
22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mike.
Lock gonna throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 28 yards to gain there on the catch and run. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Box up. No.
Hey, alert 3.
Ready?
Lock now on first down. That's going to be caught. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 12 on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Alert.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Joe team spill.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
First down, Mayfield. Flushed out right. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
45. Here we go.
On 2nd down, Jefferson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Mayfield. And And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On second down now, Jefferson. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Mayfield to throw it. It's complete to Grant. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. And again this time to the tailback. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Jefferson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Marr able to put this one through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
You draw quarter.
Now Gordon on 1st down. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, Haywood.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Lott. Throwing left side. It's complete. Denver has the 1st down. The play going for 15 yards.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Bud.
Check Mike. Watching it by. Tackles. Mike, 55. Right there, 55 down.
Back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw is locked. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Watch the run.
Hey. Get it.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Our time. It's our time.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jefferson. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. And the penalty, it helps a little, but they'll still have to navigate a 3rd and 9 now. They'll keep it on the ground. Jefferson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll keep it on the ground. Jefferson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Browns, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's just their 3rd now to 10-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next. Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin.